Here's a second sample production run of the MARKSMITH that arrived from the machine shop, and overall it's very nice. It works well. Smooth. The tip unscrews easily and it's held in place by the O-ring. The finish is nice. There's a little bit of clearance in the clip as required, so the clip is not rubbing on the body. The threading is nice. It's not too loose. There's very little play. The threads are tight, and then when you go all the way in, the O-ring fits into the body, and the seam almost disappears. And then the O-ring really helps retain it in there, so it's not going to get loose on its own. The way the cartridge fits into the tip is perfect. So when you put it down in there, if it doesn't center automatically, you just rotate it until it drops in, just like that. And then once it drops in, you can try to rotate it a little bit, and it's locked in place. And that's perfect. That's exactly how it should fit. So there's just a little place where it can drop in. This is great. I'm going to undo these torque screws. Feels like they have put Loctite in there, which that was something I requested, because they feel fairly difficult to turn. We'll see. Yeah, there's definitely some adhesive that was used in there, some screw adhesive, so that's good. Okay, that's something I requested. These should be also custom titanium screws now. This one too. This one too has some adhesive in there. You can see the remains of the Loctite there. The machining quality of this part looks really nice. The clip is super nice. Got these titanium screws, custom machined, and the slide is nice. Here you can see where it's been sliding against the body a little bit, smooth it out. Very impressed by the quality of this machining. Now, one thing I'm seeing right away is that the back of the clip here can rub on the body. So you see there's no gap there now. There's a little bit of, there can be a little bit of a gap. Here, if we show it here, you can see there can be a little bit of a gap, and the gap can close up. So there needs to either be more gap or less play. And so the reason that the clip should not touch the surface there is because it drags when you first start to extend it, creating more friction. It also scratches up the surface right there, scratches that, and it scratches here when it rotates over right there. Scratches right there when it rotates over. So it really should have more clearance than that. This one, the interference is so severe that it's not even sliding back. can't even slide it back all the way. It gets stuck right there and doesn't slide. Well, there it goes. It slides further, but I'm really scraping hard, and then I can't slide it back. So it's like scraping really hard there, and you see that line where it's scraping. So there's not enough clearance here, and there must be more clearance so it doesn't touch at all. It rotates over fine, but here it gets stuck. Another thing I noticed is that the cartridge does not rotate freely when inserted in here. You can see how it wants to rotate the clip. See that? It gets stuck and it's not rotating freely. We're going to take it apart and see what the reason for that is, because it should rotate freely in there. I suspect it's because of the screws are interfering with this plastic here. You can see the scratches there. You can see the scratches there on the plastic, so the screws are interfering with the plastic end here. They shouldn't do that. I'm going to undo these torque screws. This looks clean and burr-free in here. Let's see what's grabbing. This is super smooth. So it's just, so the tolerances are good here, and it's just the screws that are grabbing. So if they can just shorten these screws down, then I think we'll be good. Maybe what they need to do is assemble everything, pass like a reamer or a drill bit through there to cut the screws. Here you can see how the screws are sticking into the inner diameter there, so that's not good. This hole needs to be drilled or reamed out after those screws are put in there, or the screws need to not extend into the hole, because what's happening is the screws are interfering with this. Here you can see it grabbing there, and it prevents it from rotating properly, and it needs to rotate smoothly and freely. So right now it's getting stuck when it's trying to rotate. The last thing I would like, which is mainly cosmetic, is to blend the top of the marker in a little bit better with the body. Right now you see this transition line here, and I would like that blended in so you don't see like this hard transition line.